out for you. Do what makes you happy. If it gets published, it's frosting on the cake.
Yeah.
Right, absolutely.
And we all like frosting.
Yeah, well, I love frosting. Frosting's my favorite part of the cake.
So Donna,
I was an art major in college and then ended up doing corporate because, you know, I didn't think I could make money doing art stuff. And I got into a really bad car accident, and so I was on disability for almost a year. And during that time, I went back to what I was passionate about, and I started scrapbooking and went to my local store, and they had just opened at the Red Bee in Tustin, and I brought a bunch of my projects to her, and she asked me to start teaching. I was one of her first teachers, and then I said, you know, we need a design team. She's like, okay, so do it. So I created the design team for them, and I guess then right about that time, and I had never submitted anything. I didn't really know anything about the world of scrapbooking except that it was a new way for me to be artistic. And then about that time, Scrapbook Lifestyle was coming to film at the Red Bee. And I was in the scrapping audience and was discovered for Scrapbook Lifestyle because there was a designer that ended up she wasn't able to actually be on the show, and I had talked to the
open spot.
In fact, I had talked to you, and I said, you know, I think I want to take this to the next level. What should I do? And you were telling me about 2 peas in a bucket and all this stuff. I didn't know anything about.
She was on the team.
Yeah, she just came when Stephanie and Melissa Runcie and myself were taping the very first day of the first season of the first episode of Scrapbook Lifestyle, because we were the first team to tape. She was sitting there, and I looked at her stuff and I said, this is amazing. She had all this cardboard, and it was like really different. And I'm like, have you ever been published? And she's like, no.
What's that?
And I said, have you ever posted this, like in a gallery on 2Ps or anything to share this? And she goes, no. I said, what is the website again? She's writing it down. It was so fun.
And so then the Amelia, the executive producer, came over and asked you to try out.
Well, she asked me for my contact information for possibly the next season, and then she ended up calling me and said, would you be able to come and do a on-camera audition tomorrow? Oh. And I said, yeah. So I went down and did the audition, and then she said, okay, can you start tomorrow?
And
I said, yeah. And so it was really fun. It was really fun.
Oh, so you were discovered.
I was discovered.
You're right place at the right time.
Yeah, exactly. It was very God the way the whole thing happened. It really was.
Yeah, that's so cool. But from that point, after the discovery, to go from that point, from Scrapbook Lifestyle to where you are now, it did take some things you had to be proactive
Exactly. I had to do, and I started to submit after that. And it's funny too because people know us from here as, you know, scrapbooking, but almost all of the stuff that I get published is my altered bags and clothing, and all that stuff. And I'm not even a seamstress.
So was your first publication a scrapbook project?
No.
Okay, what was your first publication?
My first publication was a denim bag that was doodled on.
That's right.
In the doodle book.
That's right.
This is Leisure Arts.
This is Leisure Arts, yeah.
Yeah, they've got great books.
Yeah, and then my second publication is jeans that are doodled on. Yeah, so it's, and then I don't even have the magazine that has. So these jeans are the second one.
So these are your first publications?
Those are my first publications.
That is so neat.
And then I guess I got really addicted to Prima while we were doing Scrapbook Lifestyle because they were one of the companies that sent me the stuff for one of the segments.
Oh.
And I just fell in love with their stuff. And when they did a call for endorsed teachers, I submitted my stuff. And as I was planning my classes and stuff, the one of the managers said, would you be interested in a job? And I said, yes. And I said, what would I do? I didn't care what I was going to do. I was like, yes, I want to work there.
Oh, yeah.
So it was
perfect fit.
But did you try out for the Prima design team and not make it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I think
oh my gosh!
I think that's important.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't be discouraged. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Then like me, I'm never gonna submit again. It's
no, I
went all
through
the
that
fun
too.
Out of scrapbooking.
I went through that too when I would They would have page calls, and I would submit, and I'd be like waiting for a phone call. And like, oh, I'm such.
And then my neighbor, I was on the phone with Memory Maker so long, she finally hung up, and I called her back and I said, I changed my mind.
Guess what? I am going to keep submitting.
I am going to keep submitting. It all changed, you know. It was like.
But I think my number one tip is just, you know, submit it, forget about it. Don't get your heart all wrapped up into getting published.
It's frosting.
It's really not that.
Now, if they are going to submit to Scrapbooks, etc. magazine,
right?
They can, right, via isn't there a way
on assignment?
Yeah.
So on with the magazine now, my column on assignment is now open to readers. Mm-hmm. So at the Scrapbooks, etc. website, I will be posting the challenge, mm-hmm. and then you just make the page and post it in the gallery at Scrapbooks, etc. website. And then we'll go in and pick out which ones we want to have published. So it's pretty easy. And I guess that's another tip for you. If you are interested in getting published in the magazine, go to the magazine's website mm-hmm. and find out what their page calls are. Because
see what they're looking for.
See exactly mm-hmm. what they're looking for. Because you can't submit random pages, but really we have to work within a very structured, you know, guideline of what themes, what topics we want to cover. And we're looking for pages that spit. They
want spitty pages
that fit specifically within that structure. So look at the page calls and submit to those. I think that's the best way to start.
Even the reader gallery often is seasonal. Like if it's a May issue and they're working like 8 months in advance.
Right.
In the May issue, probably you won't get picked up with a Christmas layout.
Yeah, you won't have a Christmas layout picked up.
Even in the reader gallery.
Exactly. No, that's exactly true.
It tends to be seasonal.
Exactly. Yeah. So you won't see the swimming pool pages in the Christmas issue. You know.
Right.
So that's another example. Another tip I have is, you know, think about your photos. I think a lot of people out there are very good at scrapbooking, but then maybe the photo mm-hmm. could have been composed a little bit better, mm-hmm. right? And it's not a criticism. It's just that. We're looking for the whole thing. We're looking for the photo, the journaling, and the
it's okay to crop your pictures down. I know some people are afraid to cut their pictures, but it looks better sometimes if you have a bigger photo and you crop it down so you have a focus on it.
I know, you know, actually my first time I was published, the thing that the editor had, or whoever called me, mentioned was way back when we would cut all our little pictures with scalloped edge scissors into little circles all over, hearts all over the page. My first page that got picked up had an 8x10 photo of just Hallie's face when she was an infant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And she said it really set it apart. There's one large photo, and that was not common back then.
Right.
Then that's right.
So it set it apart from everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So
again, do what your heart is.
Yeah, and the photo means a lot, though. But
it does.
Follow your vision, maybe not what's already in the magazines.
Good point. Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Should we start? Yeah, I think we should start.
You're in the middle.
I'm in the middle, so start? Okay.
Just flipping through a magazine.
Okay. Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Ready?
Yes.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Well, this week...
How come you didn't say hi?
Oh, I waved.
Oh, sorry.
She's just stuck up.
She doesn't want to say hi.
Should I say hey? I mean, should I?
I thought maybe she was like, oh.
That would be like me. You know, just...
Okay. Well, that was fun.
That was fun.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you think that was like way more than 10 minutes?
Oh, yeah, probably.
That's good. Poor Leah.
I never loved nobody fully.